Versailles is remembered for its beauty, the gold, the mirrors, ceilings painted with gods, floors polished like glass, gardens stretching beyond the eye, symmetrical, serene, eternal, a world crafted to reflect perfection, every corner, every shadow designed to please the gaze of one man. But beauty in that world had a cost not paid by kings nor courtiers, not by the hands that held scepters, but by those that held brooms, by the quiet, the nameless, the unseen, those who moved through the halls before the candles were lit and disappeared again before the first silk shoe touched the floor. Now, imagine yourself as one of them. Imagine waking before dawn in a tiny attic room high above the glittering halls of Versailles. Your bones ache from yesterday's labor, your breath visible in the frigid air. You move through corridors filled with shadows, whispers, and exhaustion. Around you, hundreds of servants shuffle quietly, faces pale, eyes heavy, each bearing the weight of Versailles on weary shoulders. The air is thick with anticipation and resignation alike, each servant knowing their place, their purpose. As dawn breaks, your true tasks begin, serving a minor noble in King Louis XIV's vast court. The ritual of dressing your master, known as the laver, is carefully choreographed. Every motion holds meaning, each detail orchestrated to reinforce rank and power. First, the petit laver, the private waking. You carry basins filled with warm water. Your master does nothing alone, not even buttoning a shirt. Each tiny act demonstrates your silent loyalty, your indispensable yet invisible role in the hierarchy. Next comes the grand lever, a ceremonial gathering where courtiers assemble, hoping for favor. You stand silently, observing. Perfume fills the air, masking unwashed bodies. Baths at Versailles are rare, and beneath their silk and powdered wigs, nobles carry the grime of privilege, hidden yet omnipresent. Even moments we consider private today were public events for the powerful at Versailles. Louis XIV, the Sun King himself, held audiences while seated on his chaise percée, an elegant chair hiding its true purpose as a toilet. To witness this intimate moment was an honor eagerly sought by ambitious courtiers. But your honor is measured differently. Beneath marble halls, you navigate cramped staircases, hidden passages, and narrow servants' corridors. Versailles' veins, pulsating with unseen labor. Your world is the underbelly, starkly contrasting the glittering world above. Sanitation at Versailles is a myth. Nobles relieve themselves discreetly behind curtains, in corners, even stairways. It's your job to clean up their discretions. You empty chamber pots shaped like fine porcelain vessels, some even disguised as gravy boats hidden beneath voluminous dresses. Your hands crack from washing linens in icy water stained with sweat and, worse, rats scurry across floors, so common they're nearly invisible. Perfumes fail to mask the stench, a reality only servants fully grasp. Midday brings the grand couvert, the king's public meal. Nobles gaze hungrily, watching royalty dine as if witnessing a performance. You stand at attention, serving silently, your stomach empty. Meals for servants are brief and rare, scraps, stale bread, leftovers hurriedly eaten. Your hunger remains unsatisfied. Versailles' splendor is not for you. You eat swiftly, standing, aware the call back to duty can come any second. The afternoon blurs into endless tasks, polishing shoes until they gleam, carrying letters through corridors that seem endless, powdering wigs with clouds of white dust. Every job, however menial, sustains the illusion of perfection. Sometimes you accompany your master to the chapel or the grand opera, standing at the back, hidden in shadows. You glimpse beauty and hear music that moves kings, yet your role remains invisible, your existence ignored. As evening arrives, the palace transforms. Candles ignite, casting a warm glow across gardens and gilded rooms. Nobles wander leisurely, whispering secrets, plotting ambitions. You remain close yet unseen, watching life unfold from shadows. Finally, the coucher, the ceremonial bedtime. You remove your master's silk layers, folding each garment precisely. The room is crowded with courtiers, all eager to pay respects. Even as your master lies down, you tuck sheets around him, careful not to meet his gaze. At last, your day ends where it began, in the quiet solitude of your attic room. Your feet ache, your body exhausted. The straw mattress groans beneath you, fully clothed once again. Sleep comes swiftly, but never deeply. Dreams interrupted by echoes of the palace's relentless demands. But Versailles never truly sleeps. Even after the couche, the palace hums quietly with the motions of the invisible. Downstairs, in low-lit kitchens, scullery-maids scrub dishes late into the night. A boy delivers hot coals to a nobleman's bed. A seamstress mends a torn hem by candlelight, eyes squinting, fingers raw. You might think these servants resented the nobles they served, and sometimes they did. But for many, life at Versailles was still a step up, a stable job, a chance to witness power, even if only from behind a curtain. You once glimpsed the king himself, not at court, but early one morning just before sunrise, when you passed by the Hall of Mirrors. There he stood, tall and adorned in velvet, bathed in candlelight, preparing for the ritual of the day. You bowed so deeply your knees ached, and he didn't see you. But you saw him. That image stayed with you for weeks. Late at night, in hushed voices, servants trade tales. Stories of mistresses, of scandals, of kings and queens and secret doors. They know everything. They see everything. And yet their mouths remain closed. At Versailles, discretion is survival. The work is not only hard, it is dangerous. Chimneys collapse, scalding water spills, disease spreads in shared spaces, servants fall ill and disappear. There are no ceremonies for them, they are replaced quickly, quietly, as though they were never there. In winter, frost creeps in through stone walls. You sleep beside a pot of lukewarm water just to have something that won't freeze. In summer, the palace stinks. Thousands of bodies, no proper sewage, and the heat makes it unbearable. You long for rain, for anything to clean the air. And yet, there are moments of beauty that linger. The way sunlight dances on gold leaf, the sound of a harp drifting from the music room, the smell of fresh bread from the royal bakery. For a fleeting second, you forget your place, lost in the illusion of Versailles. Today, a new girl arrived. No more than 12, she will wash linens and carry laundry. She stared wide-eyed at the grand staircase, whispering, "It looks like heaven." You said nothing. She will learn. Versailles is no heaven. It is a stage, and we are the crew in the dark. You lie awake, staring at wooden beams overhead. Your hands are cracked, your back sore, your ears still ringing from orders and bells. But you made it through another day, and tomorrow you will do it again. Not because you must, but because you know no other world. Versailles will remember its kings and queens, its wars and treaties, its gardens and gold, but it will not remember you, and that, perhaps, is the hardest truth of all.